guys, just doing a review for The Walking Dead, season 11, episode 18. And man, this is probably the best episode I've seen in a long time, man. Damn. Even though it starts off really slow, like, that finale, like, if you're a comic book fan, you're probably really happy right now, even though, it's not the same, but it's the closest we'll get, if you know what I'm saying, because, I will talk about spoilers, so yeah, spoilers. Sebastian dies, like, I was like, yes, he's gonna die, and then he actually gets a bit, like, everyone just lets him die, because basically, Eugene's girlfriend is secretly recording him when he's doing his speech, and she tries to make him tell the truth of how he actually really feels, instead of, making up this fake speech. Yeah. And when it basically comes out, like no one trusts either Pamela or Sebastian at that point. I mean, they didn't even trust him after what happened in the last episode of them tear gassing everyone. But then when that speech gets leaked out to everyone, because basically before then they're like having some wrestling thing. I'm just like, this is The Walking Dead. I mean, that part was a bit much, but it was entertaining, I guess. But man, I've seen funnier from Fear the Walking Dead, if you know what I mean, with them wrestling zombies like Dwight and them, with that wrestler, yeah, that female wrestler, yeah. That was a funny episode though, and then the reggae music and everything. Well, yeah. But yeah, when it gets to that part, damn. And in a way, we're kind of seeing some goodbyes, with Aaron like doing his own thing, saying goodbye to Grace. So I'm thinking like, man, is Aaron going to be in trouble with what he'll be doing? I mean, because, spin-off shows have been confirmed, so I know certain characters that are not going to die, but man, Aaron, I don't know. He could die, which would suck. I guess, Lid. Oh my god, what's her name again? I don't want to say her name on Lydia. Yeah, like how can I forget her name, man? I mean, she was a big character in the comic as well, since she was with Carl. So yeah, when Carl was actually alive and didn't die, because man, they even killed Henry, man, who was basically Carl's replacement, which is just messed up. And now she's ended up with I guess Maggie's one of Maggie's people, basically, who she was with. The guy in the mask. I can't remember his name. So yeah, she's ended up with him. She kind of feels guilty being with him, but then Carol says it's okay to have some happiness, and because even though you miss him, sometimes you do have to move on. And then with Negan, he's getting to see his baby on the monitor. He actually wants to stay after seeing his child, because he's actually getting a second chance having a child. Because he could have had that with Lucille, but he wasn't really that great of a husband. And man, I can't imagine what would have happened at the beginning as well. I mean, he probably wouldn't have become the Negan that we all know and love, or maybe he just would have been the good guy anyway. He would have that comedic side and everything, but he would have been more caring and stuff, instead of how he actually was, like, so controlling and everything he did with the saviors. Yeah, that might not have happened if he actually did have a kid. But also in the apocalypse, I'd say if they died, maybe he'd be even worse. Like, if he actually had a kid, like, he lost Lucille, but still had the kid, but then that also died. Like, man, that probably would make him even worse. Yeah. But basically, the person who's basically his wife, like, she actually wants to go back to her people because she doesn't want to abandon them. You'd think she'd think more about the baby, but this player seems like it's just going downhill compared to the comic. Like, when it gets to the point where the walkers break in, I mean, I know there's two people who are kind of on I said in the previous review Milton. I meant Lance. Yeah, that's his actual name. Yeah, because the Miltons are Sebastian and Pamela. Because he's not a Milton, he's not a part of the family. So yeah. But yeah, basically, he's got a plan to get out of prison properly. Like, he's having people help him outside. I'm not really sure what his actual goal is, since things have gone wrong for him, and he could have got executed if it wasn't for Pamela, because Daryl's ready to kill him, man. But he still stabs him in the arm. Yeah. I mean, they didn't even give him a bandage, I think. I mean, who cares about him at this point, apart from, I guess, his outsiders? Because I guess he still has some kind of support. and people that trust him. Because Pamela, like, she's losing all her support, and Sebastian's like her final straw. Like him, basically saying that he let the Commonwealth down and he wants to be better and honor his father, because that's what he basically says in his speech. But then the leak comes out, everything goes to hell. The walkers come in, people die. Then we see Darryl give the Wick's revolver to Judith, because she didn't really want it earlier on, because she wanted to have basically a normal life, a childhood. But since they learned how it is, like, she had to step up and try, help the people in the Commonwealth who are just getting devoured, because they probably haven't even dealt with walkers for so long. But yeah. And I'm just so shocked that Sebastian gets killed while he's trying to get revenge on the girl that, leaked the information. Yeah. Eugene's girl. Because that was their plan. I don't know how that was going to be that helpful. I mean, obviously it'll take down Pamela and Sebastian's Wayne, so no one will trust them. I don't even know what Pamela's going to do now. Even Mercer's basically abandoned her at this point, because he went to go save others instead of protecting Pamela, so yeah. So he's definitely on the right side right now, the survivor's side. And Pamela, like, she's gonna want blood for losing her son, because, man, this is crazy. This didn't even happen in the comic. Like, Sebastian dying is less impactful because, it's not like he killed a major character like, Wick Grimes, because he killed the main character of the entire series in the comic. And instead of dying, he just gets arrested forever, like, to never be let out of jail. I think so, anyway, because 10 years passed and he's still in jail, so yeah. And Pamela still visits him. And he probably feels so bad about what he did at that point, like how Negan did, so yeah. But I don't even know if he will ever get let out in the comic. Yeah, but I guess in the TV show he dies, which is pretty cool. But I didn't really hate him as much in the TV show, because it's not like he killed a major character. Yes, he was an asshole like the comic one, but he didn't really do anything really impactful for me to hate him like I did in the comic. I mean, at least we got some justice. But then if you're someone who wanted him dead, this is probably the closest we'll get, but just in TV form. But it's not really the same, because it's not like he killed Wick in the TV show like he did in the comic. So yeah. And yeah, that's pretty much it, because we just know that Pamela's not gonna like this, and I guess it looks like Lance is gonna get out somehow. He's got people helping him, the ones who was looking for Judith and and Darryl in the previous episode. I was gonna say Wick. Yeah, things gonna get crazy in the next episode, because the show just came back as well. So episode 19 is available now from Monday. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this review. I guess I'll be back with the next one. Looks like there's actually hope that this show could actually end well. I mean, I still find it stupid that no one was guarding the amount of walkers that actually got in. Like, the Commonwealth they just failed the Commonwealth in the TV show. Like, they just made them look so dumb. I know they're trying to have more of a actiony final, parts of the show, but you made the Commonwealth look too dumb, man. I'm sorry. Compared to the TV show, it was really organized, and it just had like a Game of Thrones vibe to it. Yeah, but this is just another typical villain group. But they're so dumb that they literally let walkers in when they have like a huge community, like way bigger than anything we've seen in the whole show, and they've just let us down, in my opinion. Yeah, because even the saviors looked way more impressive. Like, when you first meet all the saviors all together, like, that was insane. Like, hundreds of people, all of our main characters, like, lined up, and two of them get killed. Like, compared to the Commonwealth, where they're a joke. Like, they said they have 50,000 people, but then they can't even make sure the walkers don't get inside the Commonwealth. Like, it makes no sense, and that's how I'm just gonna end it. Yeah, and that's basically the reason why they failed the Commonwealth in the TV show. Yeah, in my opinion. But yeah. Oh well, at least I just hope the show ends well, and I guess there's still hope for that then. But yeah, that's it for my review. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.